Okay, let's do this. Oz report for January 18th, 2021. I've prepared some items here that we want to talk about in this Oz report today. Let's see. Are we going to go from top to bottom? No, I'm going to start with the Winter Nexus event. The Winter Nexus event is something that we've been talking about every week, and today is probably going to be the last time that I mention it, but I kind of want to take it full circle and talk about we started when the event just started, and some of the items in the event started dropping a lot, and the prices started dropping, and we've been investing in them ever since, and they have since recovered, and I just wanted to show some of those on stream here. We have, for example, the hard shell dose 3 that was dropping a lot. If we're looking at the full year here, you can see that before the event, it was trading, around 14 million. Then it dropped all the way down to just about 10. It has since recovered back to about 13 million. So it's maybe not full time to sell yet, but you can start thinking about it. You would have already made a big profit. And if you click through them here, hard shell dose 4, can't really see the graph, but it's behaving similarly. Overclocker dose 3, same thing. That is almost back to it. Overclocker dose 4, almost back to where it was pre-event, and even the Pyrolantia dose 3 has done exactly the same thing. And my point here is this. I have been telling you guys to buy this for a long time because this is as big a no-brainer as there is in this game. There's a big event, things start dropping more. Supply goes up, there's no demand to match it, price drops, and you guys should buy in. This only took about a month, and in overall for the fund I made almost 10 billion on just these boosters, just by buying them. I bought some on sell orders, most through buy orders, but I've been buying them in different trade hubs. So this is a very easy way to make money in EVE. Wave 0, exactly the same thing. You can almost see the graph doing the exact same thing. Beginning of December dropping, it's now climbing back up. And you basically pick how risky you want it to be, how long you wait till you sell. The decryptors, we've been talking about those as well. They follow the same thing as well, although they're kind of more erratic in the way they're coming back because there's a lot of bulk buys going on, but these are basically doing the same thing. And the last thing that we've been talking about is the Sancha items, and that's for example the True Sancha Multispectrum Energized Membrane. This event was a Sancha themed event, so what you will have seen here is Sancha items dropping more. And so these dropped to way under 30 million, and they have now recovered, so they're doing exactly the same thing. The warp disruptors are doing exactly the same thing. So there was a lot of different items where you could have profited on this event. So for the next event, if you didn't do it this time, for the next event, do exactly this. I will alert you, but you're going to make a lot more money if you're preemptively buying into some of these items, right? Oddly enough, I picked the True Sancha heatsink to talk about today as well, because the True Sancha heatsink is not doing this. It is not recovering, and I don't know why. Possibly only because it just happened to be falling into a period where there was less demand for it, or somebody kept a stockpile for too long. I don't know, but to me, still, this would be more of an indication of buying in anyway, because you can see it's not the volume. The volume aren't really a big of a problem. It might be a substitution item that is dropping in price. Who knows? All right, but it's interesting, and that could still be a possibility. So there are exceptions, but the rule is that prices recovered quite well. Let's talk about drone parts. There are drone transceivers that are used in a lot of tier 2 rigs. Actually, salvage materials, so not drone parts. I mislabeled the folder. these have been quite cyclical, and they've hit a region again where I would buy them again. You're seeing here a rally starting to happen in the past 2 weeks. So this is a good period of time to go into them again. I've been buying them quite regularly. Let's talk filaments. You guys know I love trading filaments, and the dark filaments from ranging to cataclysmic, so tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, they have all been increasing in price, which I'm really happy about, because I've been telling everyone to invest in these, and I myself hold a lot of stock in these. The reason they're going back up is mainly because quite a few streamers have put out popular videos. First and foremost, Loput had put out his video with the Nemesis and the Hawks, and then also Lokival put out Jackdaw and Hawk videos. And so whenever popular streamers put out videos, or content creators put out videos that a lot of people see, a lot of people will try to copy it and successfully copy it. And so these that were undervalued, all of the dark filaments were extremely undervalued because of the profit that you can pull out of these. They are now recovering quite quickly. I'm probably helping as well, because I am advertising them as well, because I triple box Hawks. Just full disclosure. So Raging Dark Filaments, fantastic. Nice raid, Hateless. Thank you very much. We're in the middle of the Oz report, so bear with me here. I'll get you guys soon. Let's talk modules. So I'm quite proud of this one. Last week we were talking about, in this same segment, I was talking about Republic Fleet large shield extenders, and I was telling you guys these are way too cheap. I bought quite a few of them, so I am very happy that they are recovering quite quickly in price. This is not because I told everyone to buy them. That might be, maybe 1% of that, but most of this is probably because we have a cruiser free-for-all event going on, where a lot of people are using these shield extenders. Unless we're locked to tier 2. Are we locked to tier 2? Possibly. If we're locked to tier 2 in the event, then it's substitute items possibly going away. Okay, we're locked into tier 2. Either way, as I said last week, these were undervalued because the general insignias that go in for trading these have gotten more expensive, and so this was the clear result of somebody dumping too many of them onto the market and them being undervalued. We could see that from the Kaldari Navy large shield extender, which is a substitute for these, and they were still sitting nicely at 33 million. So I felt like this was a good investment, and it turned out to be it recovered quite nicely. The medium core defense field extender, then, this is definitely due to the cruiser free-for-all, though. This exploded. This happens every once in a while when you have events like this. This jumped all the way back up to like 25 million. It's back down to 22 now. But if you're looking for an item to kind of buy and hold for the next event, wait till these are back down to under 20 million. You can typically buy them quite easily, and then wait for an event to happen. Have standing sell orders if you can. Let's look at PI. PI. Let's start with broadcast node. I've been saying for a while that a lot of PI items are dropping like crazy. Reason for that being is a clear oversupply in the market. There's too many people doing PI because other things in game aren't paying as well as they used to. I've also been saying you don't want to get caught catching the falling knife, because this was just dropping all the way down. There is a careful rally now going on broadcast nodes that doesn't seem to be a massive buyout. So if you've been waiting for this, then this might be a good time to jump into broadcast nodes, catching them turning around. We're seeing a very similar thing going on with integrity response drones. Mechanical parts, we haven't seen going this dropping them, turning them around, but the buy price on mechanical parts is 5,830, and that is incredibly cheap. considering that these are used in quite a few useful tier 2 items, there's no way that the demand for it is so low. This is clear overproduction. And so at 5.8, I am definitely jumping in on these. I'm expecting them to turn around sometime soon. Robotics, same exact thing, right? They went back down to 58,000 buy price. You can see here I still have a buy order out here at 56,000. This is a steal for robotics. And yes, even though they have been dropping for a while, they will not go that much lower. I just can't imagine. Again, similarly to the mechanical parts, you just have too many useful things that these go into. Synthetic synapses, a nightmare to pronounce for German, is another PI item that is used in a lot of implants. Basically, most of the useful named implants, and it's in a range right now where it's also super cheap. Buy price at 61 for synthetic synapses is way too cheap. This is a gross oversupply in the market. It's basically at this point PI isn't worth it for these items, and so a lot of people are going to drop PI, especially once we see scarcity phase ending and people jumping back into mining, for example. They will stop spending so much time on PI, so you can get ready now. You can get ready now with PI items. You can also get ready with salvage and drone part items. I think once that the scarcity phase ends, we are going to see a lot of turnarounds on a lot of these items. All right, almost done here with the Oz report. Augmented hobgoblins, guys. Augmented hobgoblins, you can buy them right now. You can see I have a buy order out here. You can buy them for 3.77 million. That is a steal. That is, if you consider the blueprint cost and the material cost, that is under build cost. Plus, everything that goes into here, the Hobgoblin 2, Elite Drone AI, all of that is extremely undervalued at the moment because there's an oversupply in the market. So there's several things that could happen for augmented hobgoblins to come back. I know I've been saying that a lot for various augmented drones. Then again, I've been making a lot of money on augmented drones from those short-term fluctuations that happen. And at 3.7, you can see here I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm putting buy orders here into perimeter. This is a steal, and I can only recommend you buying them. Last item I want to talk about today is thulium. Last week, my big topic of the day was the rally that we were seeing on Moongoo, and that made hopefully a lot of us rich. It made the fund more than 10 billion because we were holding a lot of Promethium and Hafnium, for example, that increased by like 15-20% just in the last week. Thulium hasn't, right? Now, it's not that I know that there's going to be a rally on thulium. It's just that I find it curious that there are some Moongoo materials that have completely taken off and some haven't, because thulium, arguably might be less useful than others and less popular than others. I still think once we see the rest of the market taking off, and at the latest when scarcity phase ends, we're going to see this rally as well. And so this week I'm putting my money into thulium. I bought 10 billion and waiting to see what happens. This is just one of those I have a good feeling trades. It's not some magic behind it. All right, boom.